Hey everyone, I'm Jack. This isn't a cactus or a succulent video, but I just wanted to share with you what I was up to. So it's been several years that I've had this bed planted out. We originally dug out, let's see, there's a rock border that goes from this corner post over to that corner post, and the midway point is about right here, and it goes out to about right there. And that's probably 10 feet from this rock to that halfway point right there. So it's not a real big bed, but it's, there's a lot of real estate to plant on. Originally, when we dug this bed, we got these rocks from down here on the lower property. They were just kind of not stacked up, but they were all close together, like somebody had done something once before and then maybe moved them down there and got tired of them or whatever. So my wife and I hauled them from down here up to this bed, and that's probably, I don't know, 100 yards maybe down to where they were, hauling one or two at a time. It took quite a while. So then we planted the bed out with some wildflowers, not wildfire, wildflowers. I bought a wildflower mix, and I just kind of sprinkled them all in here, and they came up and looked really well. I thought I was getting attacked by ants, sorry. They came up pretty well, and they looked really pretty. And then kind of towards the end of the season, they just started dying back, and they just looked really, really bad. And then slowly over time, these irises, there were a couple here, and there were more on the backside of our the backside of our house. We don't feel it's our home, it's just our house. And then slowly over time, I've moved them up to here. And then, over the course of time as well, they have multiplied and now spread out to over here. These clumps right here, right there, and right here are what they call here jonquils. Where I'm from, we call them daffodils. I Googled the word jonquil, and it kind of boils down to how many petals are on the flower. I don't know. The southern people call them jonquils. I'm not a southerner, I'm a northerner, San Diegan. We call them daffodils, but basically it is kind of the same flower, Google tells me, so we'll just leave it at that. Those were way down there. Actually, there's a clump right here. You can't see, but there's 2 or 3 clumps down there. I moved those up here as well. And now every spring they come up and show us some really beautiful flowers, be they jonquils or daffodils. They're dormant, sort of coming out of dormancy right now is a butterfly bush here, a butterfly bush right here. They are both kind of like a lavender color. I'll show you what they look like. Now there's not much to see. I chopped them back pretty heavy in the winter. There's probably about maybe 18 inches sticking up, and then it is coming back green, as you can see, and those will go up to the deck and quite a bit above this handrail, and probably be maybe 10 feet tall, and they could be equally as round, but I keep the backside of it trimmed, trying to find the right angle. The backside of it trimmed here against the deck, so that we can walk up and down. So that's kind of a outline of this deck. And also one more thing in here that comes back every year. This clump right here and here are daisies. I had ordered some really pretty purple daisies from, I believe, eBay. I got a pretty good deal on them. There was quite a bit for fairly cheap. Planted them and they grew, they came up, and they were not purple, they were white. So they're kind of a Shasta daisy, very beautiful. They do come back every year. I do absolutely nothing to them. I would water this bed kind of whenever I could, but for the most part, these daisies got ignored, and they have just gone crazy here, and then I had a clump right there by our little bird bath that we made. It's kind of a memorial to one of our kitty cats that passed. Princess, we love you. And those around there were getting chopped every time I mowed, so I just kind of ended up making those go away, but actually as I'm talking and looking, I think I see some coming back up. I'm pretty sure those are Shasta daisies, and they're really, really hard to kill. So anyway, that's the overview of this bed. So my plan is to make this bed a monarch butterfly, kind of a haven. If we were going to stay here permanently, I would do a registry where you're a monarch butterfly way station. You get a certified number, you get a placard that you can put up, and I wouldn't do it for the placard or the recognition of the number, but I would do it so that it's in a registry that hey, we are trying to help the monarch butterflies. The more I read about them, the more sad and tragic it is. The numbers are dwindling, and we do get a lot of monarchs. That's kind of what prompted us to put in these butterfly bushes. Is we noticed that in the kind of late summer to fall, we would get quite a few monarchs. So this year, I'm going to, completely plant this bed out to attract and support monarchs through their migration. We're in the path where they go from Canada to Mexico. Right now, in March, they just left Mexico and they're on their way to Canada, and they kind of skirt through the bottom part of Arkansas. And kind of up and around us, but come summer into fall, they go right through the state, and they come right through where we are here in central Arkansas. So anyway, that's what is the plan. I started kind of digging this already. I got to about right here and I realized, I didn't do a video I wanted to. So I'm just kind of moving these rocks out of the way, digging a trench on the back side of them to give a little more time before the darn grass and the weeds come into the bed. Our lawn is mostly weeds. We have a lot of Bermuda, I think it is, or crabgrass, the one that kind of crawls in, and as you pull it up it breaks off, and where it breaks it regrows. I always forget what that one's called. I believe it's Bermuda. So I'm just digging this path here to give me a little bit more time before it gets into the bed. But that is the view of the bed, and I have a lot of plants planned to put in here, but I just wanted to do this video first so that we can see what it looks like before. And I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it wasn't too long-winded. If you liked it, click that thumbs up for me. If you haven't already, subscribe to see more videos. And until the next time, thanks for watching.